Hey guys, this is testosterone signaling with Sakab and Ryan. And our video number is 217. Alright, enjoy. Alright, so we're going to start with a brief overview of what testosterone signaling is. Testosterone signaling is required for a human to have full reproductive potential. It is the main sex hormone in males, which is responsible for masculine characteristics and male growth. Signals sent from the brain to the pituitary gland at the base of the brain and is responsible for controlling the production of testosterone in large quantities for males. The testosterone contributes to various functions of humans, such as sex drive, making blood cells, body hair, bone density, and testes development, and more. Alright, so just some general information about testosterone signaling. So the signaling molecule, which in this case is testosterone, is hydrophobic. This means that it binds to intracellular receptors called androgen, and this group of receptors are known, or this group of receptor proteins are known as androgen receptors. Their main function is, basically to bind the testosterone to kick off a cascade that regulates gene expression. And I'm making this drawing kind of detailed, but with all the little lipids and like the intracellular and extracellular. But basically, yeah, the testosterone is going to get into that receptor. As you can see, it will reach the receptor, and basically it will regulate the gene expression. Alright, so some advantages of these group of receptors include cell growth, differentiation, homeostasis, and various functions in the adults. Various organ functions in the adult, sorry. Some disadvantages, if the receptor proteins were not to function properly, such as causes and disorders, sex development, and it can also happen that some females would end up developing very male-dominant gene expressions. Alright, so androgen works by binding to a testosterone signal as you'll see when I draw it real quick, inside the cytoplasm of the cell. Then the androgen takes the bound testosterone and takes to the nucleus, where it can change the gene expression, and this change leads to an increased production of testosterone. Okay, so the two main players that play a part in this production of testosterone is the testosterone hormone itself and its corresponding the androgen receptor. This receptor is in the cytoplasm of the cell, and the major cellular target of testosterone signals is the serotoli cell, which is found in the testes. And when the testosterone ligand binds to intracellular receptors, the gene expression is changed, which changes male fertility. Testosterone itself is produced by the Leydig cells in the intraracial space of the testes.
The pathway starts in hypothalamus, which releases GnRH. GnRH travels to the anterior pituitary, binds GnRH receptors, and triggers release of LH. LH travels to the testes and binds LH receptors on Leydig cells. This activates a GPCR pathway inside Leydig cells and drives testosterone synthesis. Testosterone then acts on serotoli cells by binding androgen receptors. This changes gene expression in serotoli cells and supports sperm production. Testosterone affects bone growth and bone density, reproductive organ development, sperm production, libido, and behavior changes. It also stimulates the kidneys to produce erythropoietin, increasing red blood cell production. Termination and regulation. The system is controlled by negative feedback. When testosterone reaches a set level, it signals the hypothalamus and pituitary to reduce GnRH and LH, slowing testosterone production. When testosterone is low, GnRH rises, LH rises, and testosterone production increases. Testosterone is an endogenous agonist for the androgen receptor because it is made in the body and activates the receptor. Testosterone is a steroid hormone, so it diffuses through the cell membrane and binds an intercellular androgen receptor. The hormone receptor complex enters the nucleus and changes transcription, which changes what protein the cell makes. Altered signaling. If testosterone signaling drops, gene expression that supports sperm production and bone density decreases. This can cause low libido, erectile dysfunction, reduced bone strength, and fertility issues. Testosterone therapy for hypogonadism can raise levels and reduce symptoms, but it also increases negative feedback, so GnRH and LH drop and treatment must be monitored. Thank you for listening.